Right, okay, members. Thank you for attending this evening's Town Council meeting. And first of all, can I ask you, if you've got mobile phones, if you could turn them to silent, or turn them off so they don't go off, and don't look at the Tinder emails or whatever it is you've got on your phone these days. And also welcome any residents who are watching this evening. You're very welcome. So let's crack on with this. Item 1 is apologies, and I've got apologies from
Councillor Huxley, who has a family commitment, Councillor Dark, who's unwell. Councillor Wing is going to try and be with us, but if we don't see her in the next 10 minutes, she's not going to be able to join the meeting. Okay,
thank you. Item 2, declarations of interest. Anybody got any?
I don't think so.
No, nothing on there, thank you. Item 3, public participation, public request to speak.
None.
We have none. And also part 2 of item 3 is report from county councillors, matter directly relating to Ramsgate. We have none. They haven't attended for a while actually, so quite a while, put it that way.
Jen.
Hello, Jen. Welcome. Item 4, minutes of the council meeting to approve the following minutes of the 26th of July ordinary meeting. And any members got any questions in relation to the minutes? No? Okay, can I have a proposal for the minutes, please? Councillor Green, and seconded by...
Yeah.
Got that.
All in favour?
Yeah. All in favour, please show. Yeah. Councillor Moore, are you with us?
Yes.
Do you approve? Thank you. Right, item 5, finances including grants. So we have 3 parts to this, and part 1 is to receive a report of payments. The council is asked to note the payments between the 22nd of July and the 25th of August 2023, authorised by the town clerk and the RFO. It's a total of £11,047.38p, and approve the payments above the threshold delegated to the town clerk, a total of £53,352.61p.
Members have the list of these payments in front of them. If you've got any queries about the contents, ask. Is that Councillor Cook?
That's correct. No? No? Okay, that's great.
Those that we note the first set.
Is there a seconder to that?
Second that.
Sorry. Thank you. All in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Item 2, to receive a report from Ms Eileen Richford and consider 3 grant applications contained therein from the Ramsgate Fund, the Whole Creative Spaces CIC, and Ramsgate and Broadstairs Sea Cadets Community Services Fund, and Bags of Taste, whatever that may be.
So the first application is from the Ramsgate Fund, and the balance of the Ramsgate Fund is currently stands at £12,900. For an application from Whole Creative Spaces CIC. Their total project cost is £3,603, and they're asking for £1,799. So about half the total project. And the applicant states, following on from installation of empty shop windows for the Ramsgate Festival of Sound, the whole CIC plans to take this already worked out and implemented concept and extend it for a year-long rolling art display by local artists in these high street empty shops. Permission to use the shop windows for the festival project has already been obtained by Rebecca Smith. And the funding will pay for materials and expenses for the artists to create, produce and install artwork in some of the empty windows of Ramsgate High Street.
Members? Discussion? Councillor Crittenden?
I can't look at the full application. For some reason it won't open on my come out. Just wanted to pick up on the covering report, which is total projected expenditure. 603 in kind included. It would be useful to know what proportion of that is actually in kind, because is it the difference between 1799 and asking for what and full amount or not? I just think it would be useful to know what that is, and it might be on the other report.
I can confirm that the difference in the total project cost of £1,804 is in-kind contribution.
Right. Yeah, so the entirety of the expenditure in cash is the grant request.
Yes, 1,799.
Councillor Austin?
I just wanted to say, I think in principle, the project is a really good one.
I think it's a good one,
Difference to
yeah.
the town centre, and I think we should record our congratulations to Rebecca for having secured those.
All in favour then? Please show.
And just to confirm, this is a motion for the full amount to be awarded?
Yes. Anybody against? No? Abstentions? No? Thank you. That's carried.
The next request, also from the Ramsgate Fund, is from Ramsgate and Broadstairs Sea Cadet. They have a project total of £1,620, and that is the sum that is requested from the Town Council. The bid is in two parts. The first is for craft equipment. And this is where, during the period of September to April, cadets are unable to use the harbour for boating, and we carry out maritime-related sessions including navigation, seamanship, first aid, communication and leadership and others. In order to fund these projects, they're asking for craft equipment. They have new members of staff who are proficient in making small items with the intention to sell at craft fairs to raise money for the running of their unit. And the second part of the grant is wear and tear to their office facilities, and it's a cost of 5 basic office style chairs to use in the newly established crafting and communication / radio room.
Members? Any?
I struggled with this. I struggled with this one. The craft projects do seem to be moving away from their core purpose. That was my observation, let's put it that way.
I attended their award ceremony recently, and actually one of the activities that the young people did was a sort of timed, what can you do with these items? And it was really cool because you could see them developing negotiation skills amongst themselves, how they worked out in their teams, what they were going to do, etc., etc. So I think it does. Yes, it's a different context, but I think actually some of the skills that they're trying to develop in the young people could be developed just as easily through craft work than through being out on a boat. And they do some excellent work.
Indeed they do. Councillor Green?
I support the money for the craft equipment because they said it will enable them to fundraise, which is for the future, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the seating, whether we should be doing that.
Is there have they highlighted, have they said how much for each?
So the cost of the chairs is £69.99. Sorry. Office chairs, 5 of, it's at £254.95. So the individual cost of a chair, £50.99. For the crafting supplies, we've got a circuit maker machine bundle, which includes cups and fabric printing, £729.99. Resin quick drying curing machine, £71.99. Accessories for the project, including ink, paper, stencils, mugs, tools, vinyl, resin. 4 small pop-up chairs at £94 and 6 everyday chairs at £69.99.
I propose that we support the craft aspects of it.
Yeah. Seconder for that? Councillor Hetherington. Okay, members, all in favour?
So that would be, can I just clarify, that would be everything except for £254, David? For the office chair?
Yeah. Yes. All in favour? Please show. That's carried. Thank you.
Final application from the Community Services Fund. There's currently a balance of £6,489. £2,500 is requested by Bags of Taste mentored home cooking courses. Total project expenditure £15,000. They are requesting funds for mentored home cooking courses for 30 vulnerable people in Ramsgate. We will be targeting people in Ramsgate. All of the participants will be of low incomes and disadvantaged by poverty or ill health. The course has 4 stages. The first stage would be the local team work with a variety of different partners and organisations to recruit the participants, including working with GPs, Save the Children, Home Start, Porchlight and others. Stage 2, small groups of participants are connected with an experienced volunteer. I would say that delivery is online and by phone, not in person. Mentors follow a clear syllabus, sharing food, budgeting and shopping tips and specially created videos. Stage 3, they then receive a graduation pack with further recipes, a certificate and a small gift. And finally, participants are invited to join long-term support groups via WhatsApp and Facebook for accessing recipes and videos and sharing ideas and budgeting and shopping tips. We know there is a need for our work in Ramsgate. Our courses support people to be able to cook healthy, affordable food, which improves health and well-being and also finance.
Where are they located? Are they?
So there's a head office in London. The local address is in Margate.
So I've been near in the area.
You can't get anything from
There's a head office in London and the local area office is Margate.
So are they new in locally? I mean, tenant in Margate?
Yes, in Margate.
The thing is they do things in various places. They start in the town, like say Ramsgate, and say right, pull people in.
Councillor Austin.
I think the work that this group does is really valuable and I can see the benefits.
I agree.
I've got 2 worries. The first one is how they're linking with what's going on already in this area.
Yeah.
My second worry, I'm afraid, is that they've got £127,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that we can justify to some of our local groups that are struggling to make ends meet giving a grant to this group until we've found out a bit more about.
I agree if they're going to come into the area, if they're coming into the area, then we've got the Salvation Army who do so much work.
But they need to
exactly. But they need to coordinate,
And
don't
also
they?
like Sharon Goodyear, she does sort of, so many recipes and stuff going on in UK and
yeah.
And the other, does it say where they're actually located, Laura? I mean, in Ramsgate, will they, or is it just all online? And that's worries me.
It's online. There isn't
It's a private house in Cliftonville, the local address that they have.
This worries me.
It belongs to a member of staff.
This worries me.
I'd just like to know a bit more about
Yeah.
a few things before we proceed with this one.
Do you think we could do that, Laura? Get some more information from them as to how this kind of works and how we're not against what they want to do, but it's if they've got all that money, why are they asking?
Yeah.
That's agreed.
Not really related to this, but does anybody know enough about what's going on in Ramsgate, in this sort of area, to write a short review of it, so we know
Oh, what organisations and whatever are?
what they're doing?
I think Newton does a lot of stuff, and
Yeah.
Sharon used to do a lot of stuff, and recipe cards, and
Well, I understand that Newton is well served, but what about the rest of the town?
St George's Church.
yes, and Georgia says they do community meals and other stuff.
But I don't know what the spread is across the town and how effective it is, and I'd like to know.
But I think, Salvation Army and St. George's and Newton, these, if they can't reach out to the public, local resident, then no one else can. I mean, they are very well known and they do a very good job with everything.
Okay, through the chair, please.
Just to say, this is something that we could look into and do some research.
I think we need to do some research on it and then bring it back to members.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that it's been touched on by others, but I am very concerned that the fact this mentoring is not done in person. And in theory, it works online, but I'm not sure that, the loss of that one face-to-face input that our other groups are doing.
How are you going to deal with homeless people who
Exactly.
are living in a shelter or a tent or whatever like that?
Yeah, the people.
Whoa. Let's stop talking across.
Just to finish off what I said, so often the real impact of the work is not actually the academic teaching of how to cook, it's actually the group work that comes with it.
Yeah.
And so that does worry me about it.
Okay. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, that's
I can't get your motion.
I tell you what, I'm slightly involved in a thing like this, but not actually this one. And basically what it is they basically work, it's basically, what I know started in lots of East London. And they get people who basically spend money on takeaways and that sort of thing. And they teach them how to cook, and they take them, well in that case, they take them things like ingredients and things, and they show them how to cook. And this is basically what it is. It's to stop people, say families, say parents, families. So how
Difficult it is.
Thank you, Councillor. Are there anybody else who wants to speak? Is there anybody else who wants to put? Are you happy with us if we ask them for this information, and perhaps we can get the information that Councillor Green says we will? You okay with that, everybody?
Yep.
In favour of that? Thank you. Okay, that's item 5 done. Item 6.
No, you've got the window.
Pardon?
Stomach window repairs, there's a.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes, beg your pardon. I was thinking we were on 3. To receive and consider a quote from Shire Consultation for window repairs at the Customs House, over to the town clerk.
Last year, the council approved some repair work to the flashings on the roof that we're letting water in. That work has been done successfully over the front window in that office. So I think we're now at the point that we can repair the window. There's no longer a damp problem. There is still a problem presented itself in the kitchen and storeroom, where there's still a leak there that needs to be addressed. But before the winter comes, the windows on the back of the building are okay, but I think along the front where you've got a lot of weather damage, and all the sills are chipping away. I understand that they were refurbished, I think probably about 4 years ago now. But I think it's something that we probably need to get them up to a good standard and actually have an annual paint down and rub to keep them in good condition. Shire Conservation has done some work for us recently at Radford House and were recommended to us by our project manager. So we've got a couple of. There's also over the stairs. You've got a wooden window at the top, which is leaking. So this also covers repairs to that window. There's a little bit of variance that until they actually get up there, it's not quite sure how much work is going to be required on that one.
Okay. So they're only repairs?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
So we don't need any listed building consent. I think that was what was worrying me in the back of my mind.
Good practice to get more than one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that.
So just get more quotes and bring it back.
Yeah, just more quotes and bring it back. But we need to get this done ASAP, do we?
I think in advance of going into the winter.
Before the winter hits us. Yeah. You're okay with that, everybody?
Richard,
Right.
Can I just make a comment
when we get those
quotes? Just noting the covering letter that says we can have
some of the cheap paints, but
it's not necessary.
necessary for the long-term benefit of the materials, or we can have a higher cost, which will be greater preservation. Looking at the prices, it's
VAT is going to be £6,000
more to have a proper job done, but I think we have a moral
duty
as a council to consider the higher cost for the preservation of the heritage. So I just wanted to make that statement. Thank you.
I mean, I must admit, I just, I don't know what the state of the windows are. I'm just looking about what about the seals and everything, because effectively they're rotting and they're going to need replaced. So it may be, instead of spending £6,000 now, we might need to spend on a replacement, which would then cost 6,000 plus 12,000 or whatever it may be. So my own view would be to go for the cheaper option unless we know. But they've got to look at it, and they're bound to come back with more stuff that needs to be done. That's what I'm in the back.
They do get a hell of a battering.
They do, yeah, they do absolutely, yeah.
The windows at the rear are in very good condition. It really is at the front that when as soon as you open the windows, you can see where the wood's chipping or peeling away.
Okay, so would that come back to us then?
Yeah.
All right with that, members? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right, to move on to item 6, tree management, and the town clerk will now give us report.
Right, so there's 7 areas where the council owns trees: Charlotte Court, 5 allotment sites in Montefiore Woodland. And as a matter of good practice and to mitigate our liability, we should start properly inspecting these trees by someone qualified to do so. A parish council that inspected their trees every 3 years was found to be negligent in court. So I would say that needs to be done annually. We've got a quote from Mr. Sefton of Invicta Arboriculture Tree and Woodland Consultancy of £1,950 to undertake an initial inspection. This is under the limit where multiple quotes are required, and this gentleman is very well known in the local town and parish councils. He's used by a number of our neighbours and has also previously been the horticultural officer at a number of district councils. So he knows very much about the obligations and responsibilities that councils have in regard to trees. I think we should be aware that there is that risk that that first year that we have them inspected, there could well be quite a list of things to be done that are going to come back. But going forward, the hope is once you're continuously keeping on top of things, the cost will be more manageable.
Do we know, sorry, Laura, do we know when the last one was actually carried out? Have we ever had any tree inspections?
Never.
Never. So, I mean, it's absolutely important that we get this done. Yeah.
I think
As long as I'm not there.
we're very fortunate that at the Montefiore Woodland, which would be the riskiest area because of the public access, that one of the Friends of Volunteers is a retired tree surgeon, and I think he's been giving us very good advice and keeping us on top of things. But we shouldn't be relying on someone who's retired, that isn't insured anymore.
Councillor Green?
Couple of points. Perhaps we could space any work over 3 years, so legal form.
Yeah.
And also any chance of providing a bit of training for one of our technicians as this goes on.
Yeah.
Mr. Sefton explained that his report will come back with things to be done ASAP, things to be done in 6 months or medium term, and then things that just to have on our radar for the future.
It's all right, Chair. God, I'm the bloody chair. I propose that we go forward with this and go with the recommendation.
Second.
Have a seconder?
Second.
Councillor Crittenden. Yes.
There's also a tree management policy setting out our good management, which I think also ties in with the climate change groups aspirations, and will help us inform actually what future trees that we can plant and where we've got areas for improvement and additions. That's Councillor Barrow.
Oh, Councillor.
I was just going to ask, so does this include trimming it down as well, the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. So this solid core, they needs, I think.
That would be all big part of it. Councillor.
Regarding the Friends of the Montefiore Woodland, I mean, could they be involved with this or liaised or told the report or shared with anything like that?
Oh, definitely
do that.
shared.
Because, I mean, we're in there once a month.
Yeah.
So we're constantly looking at trees, so we can, because I mean, there was an outbreak of Dutch elms and that they had.
Okay.
So yes, members are asked to approve the quote and approve the tree management policy.
So I propose that to do the both seconded. All in favour, please show.
Yep.
Thank you. That's carried. Right, item 7 is KCC consultation on the Kent Family Hub services. That's to consider a response to the Kent County Council consultation, details of which can be found on your agenda. Let's talk Kent.gov.Dewberry and whatever else. The closing date for representations is the 13th of September. Did anybody want to make anybody got anything to say? What to do, Councillor Green?
Well, yes, I think we should respond.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, we should point out how useful and important these centres are.
Yeah.
But we cannot afford to lose one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't provide any details, but I do know that KCC have been able to respond to these consultations.
Yeah.
Like they did with the waste centre.
Yeah. So when there's enough people willing to.
So the stronger that we can make our response, the better.
Yeah.
Could we, as part of this then, can we put something out on our website asking people to look at it and to make representation, especially families, whatever, that we do that, I think, and members, if you've got any things that you want to do, we should go through the town clerk and then put it together as a response from Ramsgate Town Council. And if that can be done by the 10th of September, I don't know what day it is or what the 12th is, but if that can be done, is that all right with members? Got anything with that?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll support that. You okay with the word? Whatever.
Chair, can I point out
Yes.
that to members that there's a whole series of consultation dates from KCC, people who are on KCC alerts will have those. Do look out for them because there's all sorts of stuff being consulted about most of this.
Sorry. Yeah, I think as well, this would have been ideal if we'd have had our Kent County Council councillors here, because I think that's something that we should be obviously encouraging them to support us. Yeah, that we could liaise with them. You okay with that? Yeah. Is that okay, members?
Yeah.
Okay with that? Right, all in favour of that? Oh, all right, Pat. And your wig nearly came off then. Oh, sorry, no, your hair went woo. All right. All in favour, please show. Yeah. Okay, that's carried. Thank you ever so much. Right, moving on to the last item, item 8. Which is a confidential matter, and we need to do the exclusion of the public and press. I apologise to our residents who are watching, and so we need to take a vote on that. So, members, can I ask all in favour of those who look to do this in a confidential matter? And just for the residents, why this is a confidential matter, it is because it is a staff issue. Okay, thank you. So can we